Hey guys, this is the AP StarCraft coming at you with another video commentary. And this game is going to be pitting my red Zerg in the bottom middle corner versus my opponent in the right middle-ish corner. My opponent is Zerg as well, and my opponent's name is Mind. My opponent is a diamond level player, so this is another diamond level game for you guys that you could learn from. I'm putting up this game because the strategy is going to be different from the previous Zerg game that I put up a few days ago, where I had gone for fast expansion, and this game will demonstrate exactly why Zerg is such a tricky. Zerg vs Zerg is such a tricky game to play, rather, and it could be rather annoying. I have my scout running around his base. One of my starting scouts I sent up here just to make sure he doesn't do anything cheesy. He tries to go for a fast spawning pool. I have my scout running around and around, and a lot of high-level players I see, they don't even bother, like top players, they don't even bother bringing their first drone to check out the scout player. And I'm not exactly sure why they do that. Sometimes I do see them losing to cheese, so it's a big question. And my opponent decided to go with a 10 spawning pool, so a little cheesy, not the most cheesy thing in the world, but that indicates to me that he's gonna be going probably a strong, fast Ling army. Seeing that, I decided to stop making drones first of all, gather enough resources in order to put down my own spawning pool, and to forego the fast expansion in which in my previous game I had gone for fast expansion. Right after let me put up my production for you guys. Right after I put down my spawning pool, I put up an extractor in order to gather resources in order to probably put up my baneling nest, because I'm predicting that I'm going to be using banelings in this game. I'm predicting my opponent is going to be going a strong Ling start. And let's see, my opponent has a 6 Lings in production at this moment, and do I have any Lings? No, I do not have any Lings at this moment. My spawning pool just now finished, so now I'm finally queuing up some spawning pool, spawning some Lings right now, rather. My opponent is researching metabolic boost, and I am going to forego that research in order to get my baneling nest as soon as possible. Let's see, I'm building my queen at this moment in order to inject so that I could produce more Lings. And looks like my opponent decided to forego a queen, and he brought his Lings up here for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe to scat out or something. Or maybe to try to hide the fact that he was going all Lings. But with a spawning pool this quick, I'm going to know that he's probably going up a lot of Lings. So trying to be a little tricky over here. I have my Lings coming up over here. I have my baneling nest coming up, and it looks like he's trying to be tricky over here, running my Lings away, having my queen inject over here. Let's see what's going on. I'm producing a couple of Lings. My opponent is finally producing that queen over here. He doesn't have anything on extract over here, so in the game I didn't notice this, but this probably means not much banelings and probably not any roaches. And looks like my opponent brought out his Lings with the metabolic boost now, and my Lings have to just scurry away because with a metabolic boost, his Lings are going to first off be able to get better surrounded than mine is, and his army outnumbers my army. So I'm blocking him off over here so that he doesn't see my baneling nest right away. Oh, he sees them and is trying to run away from them. I got a bunch of Lings over here. Have another got 2 more. That was a little bit of waste. You need to kill at least 4 Lings in order for the baneling to come out ahead. 3, you'll come out about even with the odds tipped over to your opponent's scale, because Vespine gas is a harder resource to gather than mineral is in the early game. Well, basically at any point in the game. My opponent is now getting his baneling nest, having saw my baneling nest, which is probably the reason why. I'm queuing up a couple more banelings, and I just made a couple more. I'm killing his queen over here, gathering my forces, sending my banelings out to try attacking. He runs away. Looks like he's trying to get to my base, but I have 2 more banelings over here, and all his forces get wiped out. He only has a few more. I go into his mineral line. Ooh, and he leaves the game right there. Frustrating game, I'm sure, for my opponent. Good game to my opponent, Min, but this game demonstrates why Zerg is so tricky, why you need to scout to find out exactly what your opponent is doing and why it's so difficult to scout. So early scouting, I feel, is very important in this game. I was going ready to go lair, and once again, getting into my opponent mid, and hope you guys enjoyed my commentary. Peace out, guys. Boobs.